Then you have the people who discover I can't get justice. So I'm going to do something really, really unexpected. I'm going to run for sheriff.
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy's
Yes.
amazing.
Aaron Spencer, who allegedly, of his minor daughter's repeat rapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Fosler, who we know about his first victim in the 1980s up in Hamlet, Indiana. And then, because he was a law enforcement officer at the time and school resource officer, nothing happened, of course. And then he went off grid. Well, not off grid. He left the force unexpectedly because allegedly the amount of victims kind of piled up. Allegedly. I have to say a lot of allegedly here. He joined the army, left the army prematurely, started a trucking company where he had and from Florida, Arkansas, up to Indiana, he went everywhere with his trucking company. There could be literal hundreds of victims out there of Michael Fosler. And there's no, basically, we see the only thing is his business records. Did he own a house, his trucking company, his taxes, and stuff like that? He got ticketed a couple of times. That's all I find about this fucking guy. And I'm really good at finding shit. And I can't find shit. That tells me somebody made things disappear. And because you don't turn up in Arkansas as a 67-year-old man and convinces a minor girl to have sex with you. That is an expert groomer, learned and perfected over decades. And my personal opinion is he could do it because he was always protected by somebody.
Probably.
Up until he met and chose Aaron Spencer's daughter as his next victim. So Aaron Spencer's discovered, this was a while back. Well, first of all, Michael Fosler was shot with 43 counts of different schmectual assault counts.
The governor of Arkansas should pardon this guy.
Yes.
Straight out the gate. They should pardon this guy.
It Sarah? No, that's Arkansas. No, is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Mm. Yeah. And Michael Fosler, with 43 counts, got out on 50,000 bond, paid 10%, which is ridiculous. No monitoring, just a stay away order.
Insane.
And I've seen lots of cases for many states where the bond is you can't be online, and we are going to put monitoring on your computer, on your phone, and everything, and we're going to check in on everything, and you're going to wear the ankle bracelet and the neck bracelet and there are endless possibilities when it comes to these types of crimes.
Right.
And that judge did nothing of that sort, which allowed Michael Fosler to keep contacting Aaron Spencer's daughter and repeat what he has started.
Gross.
And one night, Aaron Spencer discovered his daughter is not home. So, wife calls 911. He goes out looking for his daughter. He sees a few, within 15 minutes, because it's not a large part of Arkansas, Michael Fosler's truck with his daughter in it. And he tries to honk, flashlight, pull over, give me my daughter back. Michael Fosler refuses. So there's a chase. While the cops are notified, eventually he forces the truck off the road. Then, according to the state, this is what makes them charge him with murder too. with intent. He just fires more or less. But according to Aaron, there was screaming. Michael Fosler charged at him with what he thought was a weapon. So he emptied his magazine in Michael Fosler. He says that Michael Fosler still made movement towards him. So and this may or may not have been a wise choice, did the pistol whipping. And all of this could have been verified in one way or another if because Michael Fosler had dash cam.
Huh.
Yeah. But so the dash cam was taken into custody. But between taken into custody and sent off for examination, the SIM card disappeared.
Damn you, Brian Higgins.
So yeah,
I think you're hot.
Yeah. So there's no account. And frankly, and I talked to Andrew Branca about this. It's the emptying the magazine and the pistol whipping. Yeah, it's too much for just self-defense.
Or not enough.
I don't. And
allegedly,
I must say,
I'm just saying, my daughter's crying.
According to the law, maybe Andrew Branca is correct, and he often is when it comes to self-defense cases. I don't care.
All I'm saying is jury.
No jury.
Yeah, not one jury.
Yeah.
Jury nullification, or they do something like they charge him with misdemeanor negligent discharge.
Yeah. But since they keep going, Mr. Aaron Spencer.
Can they charge him for illegal dumping? I mean, it's a misdemeanor, and I feel like it does give him a crime. Like, don't put your trash out on the side of the road. Wait for recycle day. I mean,
I want him to charge him with disorderly conduct, but for them to find him not guilty because it doesn't shock the conscience that he did it.
Yeah, in fact, it would be a shock of the conscience if he hadn't done it.
Yeah. So now Aaron Spencer decided, well, if the justice system won't give me justice and won't protect my neighbors, my family, or anything, I'm running for sheriff. He won the primary now just a couple of days ago. And this is let's see here, according to Aaron Spencer wrote half an hour ago, says, we have respected the legal process throughout my campaign and legal case. It's incredibly frustrating and unprofessional for the prosecutor and soon to be former sheriff to make false and misleading statements about my case and motivation for running. So his attorneys have made this statement. Response to comments made by Lonoke County officials regarding the Aaron Spencer case. Lonoke County residents have rallied behind Aaron Spencer, not just in his legal defense, but in his broader mission to bring accountability to a county government that has long operated without it. The election results have no bearing on the facts of this case. Aaron did exactly what Arkansas law allows, and exactly what any father would do. He protected his daughter and himself from harm. In an effort to distract and mislead the public, outgoing officials have made statements that serve their own agendas at the expense of truth. Sheriff Staley claimed Aaron, quote, hit the vehicle, got out and just started shooting, end quote. Conrad Staley said even his deputies would be charged for. Prosecuting attorney Graham appeared on television this week and characterized the case as a person who, quote, just goes and kills somebody, like the, quote, Wild West. Michael Fosler was not just somebody. The evidence from Graham's own court filings proves these public statements are irreconcilable with reality. Court have long recognized that a prosecutor's integrity is foundational to the system's legitimacy. A prosecutor represents the people, with a duty to pursue justice rather than win cases or protect public officials. That duty demands honest assessment of the evidence, the law, the impact of the community, and those involved, and what can actually be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Graham's relentless prosecution of Aaron Spencer fails every one of those obligations. Arkansas law explicitly allows Arkansans to protect themselves and others from imminent harm. That is not the Wild West. It's the law of the state, enacted by its legislature and available for every prosecutor to read. Graham has yet to acknowledge the law that protects Aaron Spencer and his family. Graham's claim that his office simply follows the law invites scrutiny. The people of Lonoke County know his record. Staley's claim that his own deputies would face charges in Aaron's situation is equally at odds with his documented record of failing to hold officers accountable. The people standing behind Aaron Spencer are not a mob. They are parents, veterans, and neighbors who watch the system fail and support a father who stepped up. That is a community recognizing a systemic failure and demanding that its public officials do what is right. We said from the beginning that Aaron was justified under Arkansas law in protecting his daughter, and every time the facts have come into focus, that conclusion has only become clearer. We look forward presenting the full truth to your office peers in a courtroom under the law and in the light of day.
So this is a pretty interesting case because I think people get caught up like, oh, you can't just go up and shoot someone or whatever. The harm to his daughter is ongoing. It's serious bodily injury, potential for death, depending on what happens. I mean, this is
she's the only witness against Michael Fosler, and he just kidnapped her.
And it's like, so there's that, but she's 14 years old. He's 67. I mean, this is a fully grown man. I don't know anything about her, but there's definitely the risk of serious bodily injury that can occur in this, not to mention the serious mental harm or whatever.
Yeah.
He comes up and he uses exactly the force needed to stop stop what was going on. And maybe there's an argument that he fired too many shots, but this was going on no matter what happened. Like it just kept going and kept going. This put a definitive end to the violence against his daughter. I think there's a real defense of others claim here.
Yeah.
And I think any jury that is anything, as long as the defense doesn't completely screw up, is going to go, if my daughter were being repeatedly raped, I would ice this guy in a worse way than that. Like he's lucky he didn't get ice picks under his fingernails.
Yeah.
And I've covered some of this is a while ago now, of the motions that the state has presented or answers to motion from the defense, and they are implying not only that Fosler and his minor daughter had a relationship, they are implying that Aaron let this happen just so he could kill him.
That's bold. That's a bold claim.
That's some 4D chess right there.
You better have some real good evidence on that.
I want that prosecutor to go up to these jurors, 6, 8, or 12, half of them women, and say, hey, this minor girl had a sexual affair with a 67-year-old man. Ignore that he was charged with 43 counts of rape and other things.
Yeah, but I think so here's the problem I see with that. Again, it's not on topic, but we have many people claiming that now minors can choose their gender, choose a lot of things. When do children have agency? When and what agency do they have over themselves? Because I do feel like this is kind of what agency do they have? And I know it's off topic and it's a live
the age
wire
of consent.
issue.
Until the age of consent, they don't have agency, to make decisions of a sexual nature.
Yeah, but again, I do feel like, the state is so gross with this. Just drop the case, state. Seriously.
Yes, 100%. drop the case.
There's
Pardon
no
this guy.
there's no winning for anybody on the state side, because what
No.
they have to do at trial, a public trial, probably streamed trial, they have to show their faces as they arguing these absolutely ridiculous things.
It'll probably be publicly streamed. The only thing that won't be streamed would be the most important thing would be the testimony of the daughter.
Yeah.
Which they'll protect her. We may not even get a transcript on it because it involves abuse of a sexual nature. But it's the governor of the state needs to just preemptive pardon him and say, look, we're in Arkansas, and if this level of extreme situation, we understand what happened here.
Yeah.
What are we doing prosecuting this guy?
Yeah. We are going to pardon that guy. We know the sheriff is on his way out, and you need to think about retirement.
Because discovery, I mean, what kind of background communications are going on? This is going to make McClelland look like a choir boy.
Yeah, because you can imagine that this guy as sheriff has communicated with plenty of people about this case specifically, especially because of kind of like the personal nature of it, especially once he goes to primary, the sheriff. Like, I don't know, man. Dumb to keep this up. This should be taken care of, swept away, and this guy should be given a fucking medal.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's going to be the next sheriff. He's probably going to ask a number of the deputies to think of retirement or a new career as a mall cop or something, nighttime security guard, and get people who actually wants. Because this seems like this small, tiny place. My dad was a cop, my grandpa was a cop, and everybody was corrupt type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What I can't get into my head, why the need to protect Michael Fosler? Yes, we know he was a cop in the 1980s, but he left the force after allegedly, too much shit going on. He really, really enjoyed being a school resource officer. Let's just say that.
Gross.
Yeah.
And folks, what happened there when he was in his early 20s, which probably started long before that, and all of a sudden he shows up in Arkansas doing this to a 14-year-old, that should tell everybody that he has done it all the time.
Yeah, this is not a predilection that you can fight most of the time.
Yeah.
And that is definitely concerning.
Yeah,
we can fix this. We have the wood chippers.
I know. That's why have you met Lord Chippy? I have him on my channel almost every day. And then I realized Snake Island exists.
Snake Island's cool.
Yeah, but see, I'm running for president, and I think that instead of the death penalty, Naked Afraid, Snake Island, Hunger Games, we film it, we have people chat in, the debt's taken care of in it's basically taken care of by people who are high sending in their credit card numbers on chat. But look, girl math, Corey Richins, the debt is taken care of.